Hello, and welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. Welcome to my nightmare. I think you're going to like it. That's this was a little bit more mainstream, I must admit. Not as far off as my usual fare. But welcome to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I, of course, am your benevolent Dungeon Master Puck. We have returned from our long summer break, refreshed and ready to go into whatever is happening currently. I don't know. I'm sure we'll all find out in time. It's very normal evening ahead of us all. But I am joined today by these incredible individuals, which I will now introduce in no particular order. Our newlywed cleric of Salune, Miss Gilbetta fucking not / Sharp? Not sure how the naming convention works with that, but we shall see.
We'll figure it out. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. And somewhat not herself these days, we have Miss Lilith Singer joining us today. And probably wishing that he could just have that lovely dance with his patron in a mechanical form of himself, Mr. Penathan Wright is joining us today. And really wishing that those mermaids were real, we have, of course, our Hugbear Barbarian joining us today, Norbog. And last but not least, we have our very own party variant, Mr. Kashano the Quick, joining us today.
Wait, should I be wearing that jacket?
I mean, I don't know if you could wear that too. I think you're fully accessorized, but
it's a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Got it for me.
I've never been so mad and so happy at the same time.
We're working on a lot of stuff. We're leaning into the Kashano variant idea. When last we left our heroes, this is the good recap music. Our heroes had a little bit of a calmer time at the Avalon Knights Academy. The preparations were in full swing for the wedding of Miss Gilbetta Falcon-Knot, headmistress of the Avalon Knights Academy, and her wife, Kashano the Sharp, sister to one Kashano the Quick, her good friend. There were a little bit of hiccups along the way, an unusual baker, missing tattoo artist, and of course the dressmaker and butler and bartender of the academy, a lovely vampire by the name of Tomlin Yugili Gigoyabov. There we go. The name always gets me a little bit. It has been a little bit. Gotta shake up the rust. We're missing, but all of those things were brought back. And the wedding went off. And just in the peak of that celebration, once the enemies were slain and safety was returned, nuptials were had, the goddess Salune came to the wedding in a once-in-a-lifetime vision of a goddess's avatar. A physical form in the prime material to conduct the ceremony. And at the end of all of that, the party was shocked to see an unusual man in white with a balding crown come up to the avatar of the goddess Salune, the moon goddess, the patron deity of Gilbetta Falcon-Knot. And Salune fell asleep. And with that, this mysterious figure, this unusual individual, proclaimed the start of the Age of Nightmares. And that is where we begin. In the moment that Salune hits the earth and soil next to the banquet table where she was standing, Gilbetta in a moment, you feel as though all of the blood has drained from your body. You are suddenly overcome with a feeling of exhaustion. Your new wife, Kishano the Sharp, seeing this, reacts in an instant, cradling you in her arms, while also reaching into her boot and slinging a handful of knives at this party crasher.
I imagine
3 of the knives strike home, embedding themselves in the chest of this individual as his blood begins to flow. You're free to move about the cabin.
Kubata's probably like weakly trying to like let me I'll fucking kill him. God, I'm so tired. I'll kill him. Fuck. Oh god, I'm just tired. Fuck. Shit. Let me. I have to say. And she just is probably in shock and just staring at Salune's avatar.
All right. What is everybody else doing at this moment?
I'm gonna try to tackle the dude since I'm down there.
Absolutely.
Cool. What do I need to do?
You know what? Just make an athletics check. It's not a big number.
Cool. Let's remember how to do that stuff.
Okay.
That works. 20. Dirty
Yeah,
20.
that works. You're on him in an instant, and he hits the ground hard.
Oh, I
And-
didn't think I'd get this far.
Oh yeah. What now? His big disfigured smile never leaves his face. And there are tears streaming down his eyes.
Can I drop a magical awareness to see if he's magical himself?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do that.
He is magical.
What school of magic?
Illusion.
Anything magical on him? Any items?
Nothing.
Cool.
He is magical innately.
Yeah, I pin him down solidly and start questioning, who are you? What did you do? Fix this! I'm waiting for anybody else to show up.
Yeah, this is all out in the open. I'm running over there too. Because we've seen this guy. Yeah.
His frozen smile remains on his face. And as he speaks, it is like the teeth just begin to separate slightly. It's so beautiful. A perfect dreamer. They can live now.
Who is the perfect dreamer? We need to get him out of here. Let's. I'm gonna kind of motion to Norbog to like drag him away
Hoist him.
from people as much as possible.
Yeah, I potato sack him.
No clue what's.
All right, a crowd is forming around the downed avatar of Salune. And Sharp attempts to kind of shoulder her weakening new spouse over to the scene, quickly requesting help and asking that everyone come in and help get the body of the avatar of Salune into the temple.
Well, can't help. I still need help. So
Yeah, I want to check on my patron and make sure he's cool. Like, what's happening with him?
You can't find him.
It's not good. add another question, because I feel like this may be relevant or irrelevant. Because my invocation worked through Salune, is that still up, or
Do you
Am I-
immediately need a year's worth of sleep?
yeah, am I like
And also exhausted.
Make a Constitution check.
Oh no.
Because you were running on a bit of adrenaline as you realized what was happening.
all right, a Constitution save. That is a 10.
You suddenly realize that you are also very tired.
Oh no, I'm so sleepy. Oh, my poor bones.
That's his favorite part of himself.
I'm gonna sit down right here. About here, good, right? Okay, cool.
Really, Pen? You need to go and exercise more. You're so unfit.
I'm so sleepy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're trying to get this.
Meanwhile.
Away. Everyone, stay away. Everyone, stay away. Norbog, what you learned something about this guy on your trip, right, with the students?
Did I?
Uh,
I don't think that was me. That was Lilith.
No, Lilith did.
oh shit! Right. But we heard about it. We heard about it afterwards.
Sure.
Yes,
Sure.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm gonna shake him. Who is the perfect dreamer? What is the nightmare? The nightmare parade?
She is
A
the
god,
perfect
Gilberta.
dreamer.
She's like, a god. My god.
And yeah, do we see Saluna? Is Saluna's body somewhere?
Yeah, the stronger members of the Academy, of course, Norbog is currently carrying this unusual party crasher, and Sharp is shouldering Gilbetta into the temple. So Tommy, Cookie, and Ogbog get together and kind of gently carry Salune into the temple and lay her upon the kind of altar that exists inside. Her body is still serene and glowing, but she is motionless, asleep.
What did you do? Explain what you did to her.
I sent her to where she never goes. She shall give them life. She shall grant them what I cannot.
Ow.
God sleep. It just penned weekly draped across something in the background.
Who is she giving life to?
The ones who die when you awake.
I look over. Do you have any? You've been having any particular dreams lately?
Not really. Just normal ones. But I mean, there was that village that had strange dreams, and I think there were reports of some other students having strange dreams, and this is maybe the third or fourth instance of bad dreams that have been floating around nearby.
Okay, we need to contain this thing, person, whatever it is.
Mage Tower, don't we have a containment field thingy we can dump him in?
I think yeah, that's probably the best. So yeah, we'll drag him
Go there.
to the Mage Tower, and
Dump him in.
I'm gonna try to find Cat. Because I feel like this isn't something particularly within anyone's specific home, so I'm just looking for the most broadly well-read person, which is probably her.
Kat, through all the commotion, has approached the sleeping form of Salune and is examining her closely.
Yeah, so I guess I'm over in the temple.
Okay.
What? Do you have any idea what happened here?
The effects are like that of a sleep spell. It's really quite extraordinary. However, a being such as this should likely be immune.
Unless it's created specifically for a being like it.
Yes, I suppose that could be possible. You guys came across such a spell recently, didn't you?
Yeah. Where's Pen?
Where is
I-
Ben?
I guess I've shuffled over at this point. Just kind of, I don't have anybody with me, so yeah, I'll just find a way over. I'll probably be like, Lilith, please just help me. I'm so weak, my bones.
You're going to do some physical training after this, buddy.
I'm
And
so
assist
tired.
you.
I'm so
I know.
sleepy. I never sleep. I don't sleep.
He's
We only ran just a little bit. On account of getting it.
Lilith.
What?
His need to not sleep is connected to Salune.
Oh,
In hindsight, maybe I should have put my eggs in another basket for the time being, but
Fuck you.
yeah. I'm sorry. This wasn't supposed to happen like this.
I'm a little nicer in assisting Pen.
What's up, Gashano? Cat? Hey, Salune. Oof.
Pen, what happened to... Didn't you have a scroll that could put gods to sleep?
My patron in everything my patron requested to archive it so it wouldn't fall in the wrong hands, so I gave it to him. I didn't, and then there's like a moment of like, oh no, in my eyes. Was that was my patron? He was here. I talked to him. I gave it to him.
Are you certain? It wasn't something else disguised?
I don't know now.
Where is he now?
And I'm looking around for my patron who's not there, and so I guess I'll like talk through my tome and be like, where are you?
Your tome responds in the usual script across the page. My body was destroyed.
But is the spell we archived like inert? Is it gone? Are we good?
The scroll was taken.
It's not good. Okay, so somebody killed the physical form of my patron and took the scroll, which I didn't think was possible. It's never been possible up to this point, so I don't know how they did it. When things are archived, I mean, I just learned this apparently, but like when things are archived, they're put away. They're not kept. Like,
did you archive
They're
it in the
kept
book, or did
in a
you?
mind.
how you can't get into a that shouldn't be possible. That's the one thing that elder gods are really good at, is keeping things out of people's minds.
But if
Kishano's-
that is where you live,
Kishano's just kind of looking at Gilbetta. Is she? How bad is she?
Gilbetta looks exhausted.
Hey, Betty. I hate to ask this now, but are you capable of casting anything?
John?
You could try.
I'll try to just I'll just try to cast just like thaumaturgy.
It's quiet. You reach for the spell, and there's no power behind it to push it out of you.
And I'm just like, she's just kind of like,
All right. Okay. And man, I was really enjoying not having to take charge of it for a while. But you can see kind of wheels start turning and he starts to go into crisis mode.
Ah! Everything is shattered by a scream as the once quiet form of Selune begins to thrash about on the altar. The birth! The birth is happening!
Okay.
Lilith, friend, you went into my dreams once, didn't you? You can do that. Oh no, you got rid of it.
Got rid of. Wait, what?
In game, I don't know how that. Lilith, how did you forget? You just did it like a week ago.
What was this? Did what?
There's a spell that lets people enter people's dreams. I think it's called Dream or something.
Lilith?
I didn't exercise it often, so I kind of forgot that spell.
From everything you remember, I want you to walk me through exactly what it... Okay, fuck it. Let's see. Okay.
How can I undo this?
Pen? Figure out if there's some way to wake her up. Lilith, I need you to pull up all the records you have and research and everything you remember about the nightmare parade and this grinning individual and what it is that they're trying to do. Kat, I need your help researching. We have to find this spell. I have to figure out how to do it right now.
Gilbetta, is there anyone around that's like not being given a task by Kashano that's just kind of standing there like they don't know what to do?
Of Norbog?
I stayed back with the grinning man.
Yeah, Norbog's still holding on to the grinning man.
Yeah.
She's kind of unsecure.
Well, Gilbetta looks to somebody and she's like, somebody, Grayscale. Find Grayscale. Make sure she's okay.
She's still here?
And Grayscale left on a pilgrimage after she's received the ring. And Sharp cradles you closely, Gilbetta, and she says, well, I'll send somebody to find her.
I can check on her right now. It's fine. I cast. I've been doing some research. Would you prefer for me to look for her or talk to her? Because I could do one, but not both.
Every cleric of Selune right now is suffering.
Talk to her. Gotcha. And I'll kind of go sit down and cast Sending. And I know Grayscale, so this should go this connection should be easy. I've met her. I've talked to her. And I'll cast Sending and be like, hey, buddy, you okay? Something's going on with Selune, so make sure you get somewhere safe and stay protected. It's not safe right now for clerics of Selune. Selune followers. Selenites.
It takes a while. The response that returns is so tired, trapped. That's it.
Just the word trapped.
Yes. No, so tired and trapped.
Screw it. I cast Scrying and use my other spell slot to try to see where she's at.
She has traveled south. She's near Cormyr in a forest.
Does she look like, is she with other people?
She is huddled in a bush. She is under a bunch of branches, and she appears to be hiding. You can't see what she's hiding from.
Oh boy. And I look back to Jolbetta, and it's like, I would never lie to her, but I've never wanted to more, but I look at her and I just am like, she's not good. We need to send somebody out to Cormyr. There's a forest down there. I saw it. She's hiding from something. She's very weak. We need to send some people. Do we still have anybody over in, I don't know, don't we have a town nearby or something?
Yeah.
Another fit of slashing about from Salune as she lays on the altar.
Kashano has booked it over to the Mage Tower, into the library, where I think Norbog was already going over there with the creature. Hopefully cats come with. But I'm like in the library as fast as I can, digging through the spells section. Like maybe it's restricted. I don't know. I'm trying to find this dream spell. And
Very
a funny
well.
thing happens. I find it. Because who's got two thumbs and thought ahead for this shit? This guy. I managed to find a spell book that has in it the information for dream. Once learning what I have, I quickly set about running about the keep. I need some sand, a little bit of ink. Those should be easy enough to find. And good thing it's night, because I need a quill from a sleeping bird. So, using my cloak of shadows, stealth up on a bird and pluck a quill. Over in the rookery, or wherever the fuck the gooses are kept. And,
You managed to gather all of those things easily enough.
And look for a... Actually, I'll probably go back to wherever Norbog is, just be in the same room as her. And I've got like a book under one arm, and like pocket sand, and a feather that I've just kind of like stuck over my ear.
So,
Norbog, I've got to do a thing. I'm gonna be kind of out of it, so don't let me die.
What kind of out of it? Like, what kind of out of it?
Like trance. Like I'll be aware of what's going on here, but if this works, kind of trance. So little vulnerable.
Okay. Don't let you die, so nothing's changed.
If you shout real loud, I should be able to pop out of it.
Okay.
And then we'll go about cat.
Norbog, are you placing this grinning man in a containment area?
I'm trying to question him, actually. I very gently take his hand, and...
Okay.
What's your name?
I am the shepherd.
That's not as helpful as I would like. And I very
My
gently...
name no longer matters.
I very gently take his pinky finger and bend it backwards and snap it and say, "It matters to me. What's your name?"
The tears continue to flow down his face, but the grin does not move. I am only the shepherd now. Kill me if you must, but please let me gaze upon the newborn.
Who gave you that name? And I take his ring finger between my fingers and start to bend it back.
I was chosen.
By who?
By the ones who live where you only visit while you sleep.
How old are you?
I do not remember.
Where are you from?
I do not remember that either. I think I was a wizard once.
Well, let me know if you start remembering anything else. And I snap his ring finger back and dump him in the field.
And
go to make sure Kashana doesn't die.
his teeth separate wide in like a scream that like half fades into a cry.
And I quickly, Kashana, information. Shepard doesn't remember his real name, doesn't remember how old he is, where he's from. Someone else gave him the name Shepard. Have fun.
Okay. Lilith may show up to talk about that. He's got some sort of information. And I drop it to a train.
Just gonna throw out the file from Splice up on the screen for everybody. That was retrieved for everyone. Just so you guys know. Oh wait, no, that's not the right file. Hang on. I gave you guys the wrong
this.
file.
I was like, what? Why are we reading about Zelda?
This is the right file.
I saw necromantic and I got excited.
You said that the first time we saw that.
All right.
That's
So
the beautiful thing about forgetting everything is I get to remember. So,
So,
Kashana?
am I able to enter the dreams of the avatar of a god? She is on our plane.
Yes, she is. Well, her avatar is. So by
Yes.
extension, a portion of her consciousness is.
Yeah.
So,
Oh.
if you cast sleep
Dream.
or dream, sorry, you cast dream, you are able to enter the dreams of the goddess Selune.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to appear terrifying. I'm going to appear as myself.
You are in a shining hall, some great place that you've never been to before. There are many resplendent beings sheathed in light in this place. Lune is there, overlooking a bound, slim, and tricky-looking individual. An individual covered in heavy, shining armor states, Cyric, Prince of Lies, you are charged with the murder of Mystra, goddess of magic. For your crimes you will be sealed away until you are forgotten. And you feel the intense sadness from Selune as these proceedings unfold.
There are more pressing matters. Yeah, I will. It'll probably take a minute to sort of like snap back into once he realizes what he's saying, and then kind of and it says I can shape the messenger. It says I can kind of like shape the landscape.
Okay, how do you wish to shape the landscape?
I need to get her attention, so I'm going to make everything suddenly go dark, except for like a spotlight.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Just to check.
Yeah. Just a straight wisdom check.
That's a 19. It's not rolling good.
Okay. A 19 is good enough, and you are able to reshape things. and she turns to you. And she looks different in this form, in her mind's eye. Her form doesn't seem to settle on a single shape. It's kind of this ever-morphing form of a tall, beautiful woman.
Do you know me?
Yes, you are a friend of my high priestess. The one I just named New Silver Lady.
Yes. Good. I apologize for invading your consciousness in this way, but it is of the utmost importance. I don't know if you're aware of this or if you're able to be aware of this, but you are asleep. It sounds
Yes.
impossible. Okay. So we're on the same page there. Good. Fantastic. All right. Off to an excellent start. How can we wait?
I am uncertain. I wish I had a better answer for you. I've never been under the effect of this spell. I am an old god, Mr. the Quick. I've been around for many years. I remember when it was conceived, but it was never used. My daughter put an end to it before it had a chance.
Would she be able to reverse it? Is she who we need?
Possibly. Or perhaps. Although I have just asked that it be separated. Perhaps reuniting the moon web could work.
What's the potential downside there? It doesn't work. Like, what's the risk factor?
The risk factor is me. If it doesn't work, I shall remain asleep. If it does work, I shall see fit to look past my orders that it be separated, given the circumstances.
So it's just too much power, was the whole thing.
Yes, too much power for one.
Okay. All right. Okay. We better have no problem. But, all right. I think
You have forgotten me, moon goddess. A voice echoes through this place, dripping, ambiguous. No, you're dead. You're long dead.
Who's that?
Who cannot kill decay. They are not real. They are dead.
Sure. Here's the thing. Right now, kind of anything you dream of is going to become real. So, a little bit of information on what we're going to be dealing with would be fantastic.
I have had many enemies in my lifetime. Some already exist on your plane. They will not take kindly to pretenders. The ones that do not exist you know well. One of them, Cyric. He does not exist on your plane and would not be able to stop a pretender showing up. I have many harsh memories of Cyric. I believe you will have little to fear of any manifestations of my sister, as she would not abide a pretender as well. But there is an older god. A god of rot, death. They are dead now. Their corpse floats in the astral plane. But I remember them. In the times of the Netheril, we were vicious enemies. The scheming that they did in the dark. Beware Moander.
Moander?
Yes.
What do I know of Moander? Anything?
Do a history check, because this goes way back, and Moander's been dead for a long time.
There's a dirty 20.
Oh! With a dirty 20, sir, there are legends of a death god that existed in the ancient times of the Netheril, a god of
Reading about
rot and decay. Rot, decay, and death. Enemy to most lawful gods. However, all of the records dictate that that god was slain after foolishly creating a mortal avatar that was attacked by a group of blessed adventurers that were able to destroy the god completely. Nobody has even worshipped them for years.
Will the other gods know what's occurred here and what's coming, or will they need to be alerted?
They will likely not see it as a matter that deserves their attention, because it will not be a real god. It will be my imagining of one.
So it's all your power turned against them. And they don't see
Yes.
this as a threat.
It depends on how powerful it is when it is created. Beings from the realms of nightmares and dreams cannot survive in the prime material. They do not have the correct essence.
I think something's different, though. I mean, forgive me for speaking out of turn, but this thing seems quite convinced that what it's done is going to be different. And called you the perfect dreamer.
Then I pray that if it does, if your fears do come to fruition, and this is different this time, beseech my fellows for aid. I am not without allies amongst the Pantheon. But they need to know that the threat is real. And until such a time as it is, I'm afraid these problems are my own.
Please do whatever you can from here. If there's some way you can communicate with us, please do. I'll do my best to get back here if it... Little over my head. It was kind of hoping to get a little more research time before dealing with this kind of...
Something begins to pull the two of you apart.
Just hold out.
And you can, as you feel it, you can tell that she feels it as well. There is something else, Mr. the Quick. I'm doing my best to push my power through my unconsciousness to my clerics, to give them the strength. But there is something else. There is something holding everyone here. I don't know what it is. Find it, and you're pulled back to your body.
Norbog, it's bad.
I mean, worse than it already looks.
Yeah.
You want to elaborate?
It seems like he's right, and they're coming.
Who's they? Who's they?
Everyone?
That's not helpful.
Everything that...
That's not helpful either. Narrow it down.
Everything one of the oldest living gods might fear is potentially coming to our realm. We need to call everyone. And he gets up and fuck, who's the yeah, we need to regroup. Let's go.
Yeah, and I just like trot after him, being like, "What God? Where? What happened? Who did you talk to?" Like asking him like rapid fire questions.
Yeah, and I'm just like quickly answering as much as I can. I already. What was the name of the old death dad?
Moander.
So, he's gonna be a problem for Kellenvor. If we can get in touch with Kellenvor, Mistra's gonna have some interest in this, of course, because Lune's involved. She said something about her sister. So Shaw, a fake Shaw, is probably gonna show up, but because the real Shaw is here, the real Shaw will put. So anyone where there's an existing version that can contact our plane, basically they should probably deal with the alternate versions of them, the fake versions of themselves. But there's more. There's more to worry about than that, because there's none. Cyric is gonna be somewhere doing something.
God, I hate gods.
Fucking tell me about it. And yeah, we're probably going back to the temple.
All right. Back at the temple, what are you guys up to?
I imagine that after I finished casting these 2 spells, I like hobbled over really tired in front of Gilbetta, and I just kind of dropped down. I'm like, okay. And I dump out my bag, and there's 3 stabs, and I'm like, all right, what do you want? Do you want to be able to heal, or do you want like cold stuff, or do you want something with a little more utility? Like, I can loan you something for the meantime. This one can do fireball. This one could do ice stuff. This one can heal. I can technically go get the necromancy one, but that did not seem like your cup of tea. Buddy?
Better, we can't hear you. Still can't hear you.
Oh no.
What?
There you are. Just staff. Pick a staff. Come on, you gotta have something. You gotta be able to do something. We gotta be ready.
None of it matters.
That's not true, and you know that. Your god's right there, and she's fine. She's just sleeping. She's not dead. Sleeping's easy. You wake up.
Yeah, but not when it's a spell.
I woke up. Someone's cast sleep on me. It's fine. You usually can't. It's fine. Is Lilith still here, or did she leave to go do the research stuff? I don't know. That would have been Lilith's decision, so...
Lilith?
Did she go pull files, or she...
I don't even know where we keep files.
Exactly. I would probably be asking for Wormspit to grab the files. I don't go in that office.
Wormspit reaches into his bag and produces the information. And he says, apparently the man's name was Avari Kopiko. He was a researcher at Splice. He was sent on a mission and never returned. Or so it was thought. Eventually he did come back, changed as we see him now.
Did that in like 5 seconds, and we were all like, it doesn't matter. So my question, the thing that matters, though, is Lilith near me? Is Lilith close enough that I can be like,
yes.
Okay. Lilith, help me out here. We gotta fix Gilbetta. Gilbetta, it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll fix your god. That's what we do. We bother gods and we fix them.
What?
I need to send a message to the temples.
Yes, we can do that.
That can be done. That can be arranged. Do you want coffee? Will that help hook you up a little bit?
No, this exhaustion is not tiredness. It's to my core. It's the manner of my being, my existence, my entire belief system is asleep.
Do you know many gods? Maybe you know a god somewhat related to Saloni you can get in contact with? Or we can try
Mistra.
Mistra?
I mean, you don't want to get in contact with Shar.
Sure, I wouldn't care the fate of her sister. Well, she might. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. She's too volatile to really trust in that manner.
You hear, like, talking loudly and running. You hear Shano and Norbog running up. And so, as far as I can tell, as long as she's asleep, it's just going to be like other things are just going to keep pouring out and manifesting. And when we get to the temples, and Webb, the rings! Betty, the rings! I talked to her. There's a way to wake her up. She said, forget what she said before. You've got to reunite the web. That should have enough power to wake her up.
You mean the rings that I just spent
Just
a ridiculous amount of time and effort to separate?
Yep, sounds like it.
Okay. Well, Grayscale has one. Puss in Boots has one. And then, who the fuck? I can't remember what the other one's name was. I have it written.
the lady in the town. Was she Drow? I can't remember.
I've got
No,
it
she
written
was
down,
Gith
but I don't have
Yankee.
my notes open.
It was the Gith Yankee woman we met.
Yeah, the at the temple, right? And you've still got the one. Where was the?
That's 4.
5th.
Wait, there's 5.
That's so. No, there's 4.
Oh, there's 4. Okay. Yes.
Yeah. There's
all right.
4.
Yes. Okay.
Right,
So,
Sean? Right? 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Puss in Boots, Grayscale, me, and Gith Yankee Lady. That's why I said I need to get a message to. I need to get a message to all the Selûne temples.
Wouldn't it be faster if we just pick them up? We have flying horses.
The things that I know, but a message needs to be sent. They need to be made aware of what's happening, and they need to know that times are turbulent, and they need to know to try to reach out to the allies of Selûne.
yes. We've got to, like, all of the Selûne temples absolutely first there and know what's going on. They're gonna be probably real fucked up right now. And like every temple, like every fucking temple, every god, good and evil, should probably, well, they'll figure it out. Look, they're not gonna like what's happening.
Okay.
All right, let's find their destinations wherever they are located. The one that carries your rings.
We know where Grayscale is. She's near Coriander in a forest.
Can you get in contact with the others?
Did I say the wrong word? Did I say an herb or something? And when I said it, I was like, something's wrong. But I can't put my brain on.
Everybody just kind of looks away.
It's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure, Pen.
I mean, I have message, but I don't, or sending, but I don't know. Because I technically could communicate with them because I know each of them, but I don't know
There
if
is
those spells will work.
a gust of wind that shrieks through the temple. And then the sound of kind of muffled screams echoing through the entire place. And a small aperture appears above the head of Selûne. And long gray claws slide out of it and then grip the sides and try to pull it open.
No.
Are we having a moment like over in that town where we fought them?
We fought the dream creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does Lewis say this while this is happening?
Yeah, I'm just being so casual about it. Like, yeah, so this is happening. Everyone get ready.
Does this feel like dream stuff, or does this feel like the sort of timelines and portals shit that Sean has been dealing with up to this?
You're not sure just by looking at it. It's been a weird day.
Want to go poke
But-
it?
Don't I, do
A
I still have
head
2 ultimates?
appears out. According to my sheet, you are out of ultimates.
Anyone can put
Does
like
I
Jabetta
believe you
have
guys
an
burned up
ultimate?
all your stuff last time.
I
Jabetta's
feel like
got
a couple
one.
You do.
All right.
I have one if
Ken's got
it doesn't
one.
count that I used it on the cake because I was wrong. People.
Pen's got one, and Jabetta's got one, according to my
Alright.
sheet.
Well, Jabetta is gonna. She sits up, and while this whatever the fuck is happening is crawling out of Salune or whatever the fuck. Jabetta sits up, and she puts her head her hand. And I'm gonna burn an ultimate. And she says, I'm hoping you can hear me, even though you're asleep. Whatever the fuck's crawling out of you right now. And she's gonna muster all her strength to try to send ascending to each person that has the other ring of the moonweb. And she's gonna say,
All right.
Salune has been put to sleep with the spell God Sleep. I know you're all exhausted. I need to know where you are. We need to reunite the moonweb to wake her up. It's the only way.
And you can feel the power of Salune push through you and send this message out.
And then also at the end, she says her avatar is at the temple at the keep. We can send someone to get you, but I need to know where you are. And that's the end of the message.
The message is sent. You can feel the power move through you and it goes out. And this long, gray man
Container? Anybody?
crawls out of this aperture.
I could put a physical barrier over him if you'd like, and I'll. As soon as he starts coming out, I'll put a wall of power around him, hopefully keeping him in.
He is unusually gangly, very long arms and legs, and a thin form in a long gray robe that almost looks like a kind of night robe that you would go to bed in.
And he's crammed in a little ball now.
Well, how did you put this around it? Like, how
As
big
soon
did
as
you make
he
this?
I think for a sphere or a dome, you can only do like a 10-foot thing. So I would have just tried to close him in as he's coming out.
Okay, so you create like a 10-foot dome over top of this thing to try and close him in. And his body kind of twists and contorts to the shape of it. Very
he's
bizarrely. And until he can kind of find a shape that is somewhat upright with his legs bent. His fingers are long, and he has these long kind of piercing claws at the end of each of them. And he has this long gray beard that loops around, kind of pools at his feet. And he combs his long claws through it a few times, and this thick cloud of dust comes out around it. He looks raggedy, like you would expect a drifter in a lot of ways. His hair is wild and all kinds of spikiness, and his entire form is this pale gray.
I got him. He's in the thing. It's fine.
Boop. Boop.
What's he doing? No, I don't like that.
He's popping the bubble.
Did he pop it, or is he looking for a...
What are you? Who are you?
It's
Why are you here?
a nice spell you got there.
Thanks.
Question, Pen. Can another spell go inside that bubble of yours?
I don't think so. Well, as long as it doesn't go through it blocks any physical thing. So if the spell has a physical aspect that would hit it, no. Or yes. No.
How about it appears inside that circle?
Yeah, if it appears in there, I think it can go through. What does he do? Who are you? What's happening here?
Oh, suppose I should introduce myself.
Oh, we
he's
can kill
not-
you.
He's introducing himself. He's nice.
Right.
Hmm.
I'm not used to these kinds of interactions. I'm kinda new here. I guess I need a name.
Do you want us to give you one?
Pokey.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's it.
Where are you from?
I think... Oh. That's probably easier. Maybe that'll help with the name.
Yeah, that would find something thematic.
I'm from the Plane of Nightmares.
You poor thing.
That's alright. I kinda like it. There's a lot of cool stuff there. See, I create all these nightmares for people. To give them in their dreams.
To help them grow.
The damn things, they never stick around. They always die when everybody wakes up. You know what it's like to make something that just dies 5 minutes later? It's a little frustrating.
Yeah, I do.
But, that's okay. I like my work. So, I get into it. But I get a little bit squirrely in my old age. Why shouldn't they be allowed to live? Dreams come true. People make their dreams come true all the time. Why not?
Not really.
nightmares? Maybe not for you, but that's kind of a motivational thing. It's not really my domain. But hey, I guess I could be called the Dream Forger.
That sounds nice. Sounds
Isn't
nice.
that a cool name?
It is a cool name. And you're probably a really cool guy. Do you want to be really cool and help us deal with the situation?
And he slips through your barrier
Oh, no.
and throws a long, gangly arm over your shoulder. I like you. You're
like
scared of a
you.
lot of things.
Yeah, well,
I can taste it.
Oh! No.
And that's what I like about it.
All right. That's fine.
Because you can
Next
make
slide.
so many.
I don't love where this is going.
That's okay. You haven't slept in a while.
No, I haven't.
And he licks one of his long nails and pokes you in the chest. There we go. Pleasant dreams.
What did you...
Pen, make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
That is a 24.
You manage to maintain your consciousness and stay awake in the face of this, but you feel like he just tried to cast a very powerful sleeping spell on you.
I'm gonna get it right in between it and Pen and get my sword out.
Hey! Are we fighting? Is this what's happening now?
Wait,
I don't
we
know.
have to
Are you?
fight.
You're starting shit.
Oh,
Why
I'm
don't you go
sorry.
back where you came from?
Not very good with people. No, I think I like it here.
You won't. It's messy.
Because... What?
It's gross. It's messy. You won't like it here. Go back where you came from. At least you're
look
somewhat in control
around.
there.
I think I'm just gonna try it on for a little bit. See what all my brothers and sisters are so excited about.
Hey, who are you
Brothers?
related to?
While he's monologuing, I am passing the staff of thunder and lightning over to Globetta. If she's gonna take it.
She does, but she uses it to prop herself up on.
Fine, as long as she's holding it.
All right,
Curious.
introduction's over. I'll see you guys around.
You didn't
Before
even
you
ask
go-
my name. You.
A question. Oh, that is kind of rude, I guess.
Oh,
I'm-
I'm sorry. I'm still kind of new. What's your name?
Penathan Wright, the guy you tried to put to sleep.
Oh, all right. Good to meet you, Penathan Wright. I'll see you in your dreams. And then he leaves. He just floats away like a cloud of smoke.
Before it goes, is there time to cast a spell it?
Certainly.
Just to
Yay.
say something? Guys, I hope this doesn't okay, but as he's kind of drifting off, I'm like, wait, one more question. What is a nightmare afraid of? And I'm going to attempt to cast Phantasmal Killer. You reach into the mind of a creature, pull out its nightmare, which appears as a manifestation of their deepest fears, visible only to that creature. It's a DC 17 Wisdom save.
Okay.
See if this thing is zooming way out.
You reach into this creature, and there are no fears inside of it. You tap into an empty well. Okay, good to meet you guys. See you next time you fall asleep.
I'm curious if it sleeps.
All right, no one is allowed to sleep. This is going to be the longest 4-day slumber party we've ever had. We have like not meth, but something. Do we have something around the keep that makes it so you don't sleep?
I'm sure.
I just want to
Whistle
say
has
that
something.
Gilbetta spent the whole time, like, trying to stand up and lean on the staff, and just as he like flew away, she was like, and then he flew away, and she's like, oh, shit, and then she just sits back down.
Norbog is gonna lean in close to Shano and make sure that Gilbetta's not paying attention. And so if they're using Salune to manifest these things, what happens if we just kill the dreamer? What happens if we kill Salune?
Ooh. Didn't think to ask that one. Well, let's check into something. I say loudly and pull her out of the room here.
Everybody just like awkwardly looks around.
Yeah, and like I get her. Serious? You're talking about killing a god. Like,
But it
like
might
Foley
stop
or just
it.
the Avatar?
I don't know. I'm just trying to look at our options. If she's the middleman, I'm not saying we do it right now or anything, but if she's a cog in this machine and she is the only variable that we have access to, what happens if you rip the cog out of the machine?
It breaks?
And so maybe the nightmares end.
But
Look, it's
Who
not
knows
the
what
best
else,
option.
It's not the best option. I'm not going to be the one to take it off the table at this juncture.
That's why I whispered it to you first, because I
yeah.
didn't think you would.
That feels like the sort of thing that kind of damns all of us and everyone we've ever met for eternity. Sort of. Like, it feels like... Because she's still, like, an influential... Now, if you wanted to kill someone like Cyric, you know, I'd be a little more on board. But she's, like, still, like, active, or was until a moment ago. I don't know, but we should probably consult with someone. And
Someone.
Patron can keep it secret, right? Pen can't. But
I mean, if it would stop things and save the world, you wouldn't doom your soul for it? Save everybody else's?
we don't know if...
Look, I'm just saying, it's not the best idea, but it's an idea.
Let's get a better sense of the risk and reward for this possibility, and we can sort of assess how we feel about it.
Yes, I think contacting all the other clerics and temples is the correct first step. Maybe somebody else has some insight. Somebody else might have other options. Yeah.
I mean, she did say she's got a lot of enemies. And some version of them are all going to be showing up. They may not be real gods, but we don't know how much power they will have. Theoretically, she should have enough power to destroy herself. So if we focused all of that on... look, we should figure out what this would all mean first, alright?
Yeah. Gilberta's gonna kill us. Just for...
Well, I'm pretty sure what you're proposing would kill us anyways, so...
I mean, we might die anyways, though.
Right.
That thing? Okay, we're all gonna die anyways, so let's see if the other temples send anything back.
Let's see what else we
Okay.
can figure out. Yes.
Okay, look normal. Go back in.
Nobody wants to kill any of our friends' gods here. All right. While this is all unfolding, Gilberta, as you struggle to hold yourself up with this staff, with all that is happening, you hear a whisper in your mind. This comforting whisper. It is Selune. Silver Lady, take my hand.
Okay. I'd, crawl over. I imagine I'm already pretty close, but...
Mm-hmm.
Can I help you to crawl over there? I don't think I can stand looking at you crawling.
I would help, but I'm about I'm so sleepy. I'm just gonna still.
Okay, let me ask this. Does from all my conversations with Selune, do I actually think it's Selune?
Yes. Or you could do an insight check.
It's a 19.
Yes.
Look, I'm just saying, I've had somebody tell me they were Selune before, and they weren't Selune. So anyway, go on.
Take my
Okay.
hand.
I do it.
You take the hand of the sleeping moon goddess, and a rush of energy hits you. and you can feel your access to the might of Selune returning. My essence is dormant. I have transferred a small portion of it to you. Find a way to free us. The Dreamsmith has someone backing his play for power.
I'm gonna figure. I'm gonna wake you up. Do you know who's backing him?
I do
Is
not.
it like a god? Or do you like know how powerful this person is?
They are very powerful indeed. Whoever they are chaining people's consciousness to the world of dreams, so they cannot return to their bodies. I am not alone here.
Well, shit. So, reuniting the Moonweb, is that the best?
It is possible that will release me, but the others who are trapped here, it will not release them.
Well, if we can release you, maybe we can have enough strength to figure out how to release them.
Perhaps. My trust is in you, Silver Lady.
Cool.
I know that you will not let me down.
Yep. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. And Jobetta leans in and she whispers into the Avatar's ear and she says, if I have to lose everything to wake you up, I will. And then she lets go of her hand. She turns around. She's like, okay, I feel, oh, yeah. All right. So Selune said, someone powerful is backing this dude's play, and someone is chaining people to the nightmare realm, so that they can't return to their bodies, and she's not alone, and she's trapped with a bunch of other people there.
They're gods, or did she not say other?
She just said there's a bunch of others there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Not good. Pachow.
All right.
But she transferred some of her essence to me, so
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
just enough, I think, to put me back to normal.
Okay.
Aye.
All right. All right. Okay. So that's all right.
Can I get a sip of that? Or maybe I need to go talk to my patron.
Oh, I think definitely that your patron might be a kind of person to talk to in this situation. With old gods, like Netherese gods,
Mm-hmm.
you know, is that your patron seems like he might be.
Wait, what about
He's
Netherese
old.
gods?
And now that Jobetta's like coherent,
Yeah.
I'll give her the rundown of everything.
Oh. Oh, Moander sucks.
Oh.
Sirik sucks.
So you're familiar with Moander? Oh yeah, no, Sirik is gonna basically, yeah, anything that doesn't have sort of a presence or access to prime material could. Not really anything.
I don't know who this Moander is with a 9 history check,
Moander, I hardly know.
right? Colleander. I thought that was that town we're going. All right. Anyway, So-
Moander is gender ambiguous. People are uncertain as to whether or not the deity is referred to as male or female.
fascinating.
But the joke is.
Yeah.
I hardly know. I hardly know them.
And we're
Just
back.
saying the joke still works. I'm not trying to ruin it. Anyways.
Shalena's got a lot of catching up to do, all right? She's been exhausted the whole, for like an hour.
Okay, so
Question for the DM. Oh,
no, you go ahead.
I was just sorry. The class trip thing. Was there any given information the people that was experimenting on Avari or whatever that did they all die? Was there any indication that I found out about that in there, or are there?
That's a good question. Would there be any additional members of Splice that were still associated with the project?
I think we need to start from the source. What started it all? Is there any kind of document that has names about them that I don't recall by any chance?
There's no... you guys did acquire a ton of paperwork from Splice when you went and checked out the lab the second time.
Zelos.
Zelos might know some people. Also,
he was in charge of the project. He would have names. Oh God, really?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Wormspit has also been keeping track of former members of Splice in case they get up to their old shenanigans. So he could probably give you a list of names.
Better idea than contacting Zelos.
It's a much better idea.
Oh, did we not?
we
I
can do that.
assumed we were going to shake down Zelos about this, but no, everybody's against. Okay.
I don't know that he should know about the
If he
Styx
should get
Lunes,
involved.
and although I wonder how Puck's handling all this.
Yeah, well, that's more I was thinking, the Archfey that we have.
The easiest god to talk to about stuff is the one you've got at home. So I'm going to go visit mine and see what's going on with him and make sure he's okay.
So, while this is happening, while you guys discuss what is to be done with this sleeping god and the Dreamsmith, out in the world, in a temple of Selune along a stormy coastline, a wicked, vicious ocean storm rages, and a ship rises from the waters in the storm with cresting waves on its bow. The goddess Umberly has gathered her clerics. The moon goddess sleeps. Her followers are undefended. Send her temple into the sea. Elsewhere, a temple of Selune is shrouded in a bead of darkness as the minions of Shar begin their work. And all over Faerun, the balance of celestial power shifting is felt as people move in against the Selunites.
This is why I wanted to get word to them all.
An exhausted Githyanki lays helpless on the floor as mind flayers move into her room. A Tabaxi knight tries desperately to lift his sword as he is set upon by Yuan Ti nightmare speakers. And somewhere in the forest of Cormyr, Grayscale holds her breath as the trolls draw near. And we're going to take a break right there.
Woo! Welcome back.
I feel directly responsible for all of this, but we're just gonna let that one go.
I mean, I don't want to remind you that I invited your goddess to your wedding because I don't want any of that flack.
I haven't forgotten. Don't worry.
But
Yeah.
but that was I was not supposed to happen like this. It's not my fault.
It never is.
Norbog helped.
No, you're on your own with this one. I don't fuck with God. There's a reason I don't fuck with gods. You did
Norbog's
this
too busy trying to kill her and breaking fingers.
outside the temple. Come on.
I used to not fuck with gods. I fell in with this.
Oh, look, it was worth it just to see all of your faces, too.
Alignment shift.
Hey, that's fine. All right,
You think?
we'll be back in 15 minutes.
My name is Sean Goodfellow, and I love to use miniatures in my tabletop RPGs. Every time I tried to build a large encounter, I never had the exact miniatures I needed. I tried to find solutions a ton of different ways. I'd bought blind boxes, I tried to buy individual miniatures online, but the selections were always limited. I searched all over the place to try and find secondhand collections just to build out to get enough miniatures to build large specific encounters. And over again, I just ended up spending a fortune without getting exactly what I wanted. And I just thought to myself, there has to be a better way to supply game masters and dungeon masters with the miniatures that they need for the encounters and scenarios that they plan to build. So here's what I came up with. I decided to work on a design that was compact and didn't have a lot of bits sticking out, but was still identifiable as the creature. The reason I wanted to create a design like this was, for one, as I wanted a miniature that was durable and that if you shoved a bunch of these in a bag, had them rattling around, you weren't going to get to your game, pull out your miniatures, and find a bunch of arms and legs and pieces missing. The second reason I did this is I wanted them to be simple enough that they could be mass-produced in plastic molds at a very low cost. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to spend a ton of money on a group of minions that is going to be dead as fast as your wizard can say fireball. So with those design ideas in hand, I went to a 3D modeler and commissioned these prototype designs for a group of goblin miniatures. The idea is to have each specific goon type have 3 variations, perhaps more if things get really successful, and then sell them in bags of 10. So when you need a large encounter of goblins, kobolds, zombies, what have you, you just pick up your bag of 10 and you're good to go. I want to change the way people buy miniatures when they're building large encounters, rather than spending a ton of money on blind boxes and individual miniatures and just other solutions that don't quite give you exactly what you want. I want Bag of Goons to be something that gives you what you need without costing you a lot. So that's my design and that's my plan. The next thing I need is, well, you. I want to know that this is something that people want to have at their tables. So I'm looking to get this kickstarted. If you fund this project, you'll be putting money towards the cost of producing the miniatures, and you'll get some for yourself if you fund it at the levels listed below. And if we reach our stretch goals, I plan to institute other varieties. We're just going to be starting out with goblins at first, because I really just want to see if this is something that people are after. If this is something people want at their tables. And if you guys tell me you want it, I'm going to make as many varieties as I can. So if you're a dungeon master, a game master, and you think it's about time you're able to get the minions and legions of monsters that you need for your games without paying a ton of money, support our Kickstarter, and I hope to make Bag of Goons a reality for years and years to come. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Jonathan, also known as the Mad Maker, and I'd like to congratulate you on the decision to purchase one of our mythic mugs from madmakerprints.com, also known as my Etsy store. You're very wise and attractive for making this decision, and since you have such impeccable style and discerning taste, I want to make sure you have all the information you need before placing your order. The first and most important thing to know is that our mythic mugs are not really mugs. They're can holders. They hold cans of cold beverages. Like any 3D printed product, the surface is too porous to properly sanitize for food safety. So don't drink directly from them, And don't put them in the dishwasher, because they are 3D printed from plastic, and they will warp or melt. If your mug gets dirty, you can wipe it off or rinse it down, as we finish all of our paint jobs with a clear coat to protect it from your little dribbles. If you decide to add more paint to it for a pop of color or contrast, we recommend you do the same. Our mugs are printed and painted to order. And though we print in high quality PLA Plus with high detail settings, you're still gonna get little imperfections like blobs or pits, but you're mostly only gonna notice those from up real close. Now, if you're a real stickler for perfection, or if you just like tinkering with arts and crafts, you can order unpainted versions. This is our bone white. We can also print them in plain black. Some of the mugs have a premium paint job option available. If that's the case, what you see in the first image on the product page is the example of what that premium paint job looks like. Everything you see in those pictures and everything you see here is an example of what you can expect when you order one of our Mythic mugs. We haven't done any extra smoothing or finishing on any of these, and we use the same high quality paints we're gonna use if you order a painted mug. And just like everything in our shop, if you are for any reason unhappy with the product you receive, get in touch with us immediately and we'll do everything we can to make it right. Be sure to read the description of the specific designs you're looking at, as a few of them can only fit certain can sizes. For example, the standard barrels only fit 12-ounce cans, along with the halfling jug and the boulder buddies. The barrels also come sized for pints, and if you want any of our mugs sized up to hold really big cans, get in touch. We'll see what we can do. Most of our mugs, however, are sized to fit a 16.9-ounce can. Since 12-ounce cans are the most common here in North America, we do include one of our Mythic inserts with each of these for free that adapts it to a 12-ounce can, so you can start drinking your favorite beverage of choice right away. If you normally drink other size cans, check out the listing for Mythic inserts on our shop page. There should be a link directly to that listing in the description of all the mugs that can use them. Almost all of our mugs by default come with a lid. That lid is held on with threads. That means that the inside of the mug is threaded. But you know, once the can's in there, you don't really see those threads anyways. The reason they all have lids is because these designs are very popular with tabletop gamers. And being able to close it up means that you can use it to store your dice, or even your minis. If for some reason you're vehemently opposed to having those threads in your mug, shoot us a message. We'll be happy to print you one without threads. Also, some of the designs, like the Necromancer, are asymmetrical. By default, we're gonna print those off so that when you hold it in your right hand, the main design faces outwards. If you'd instead like a left-handed version, those particular models will have a personalization section on the order page. That's where you're gonna indicate that you'd like a lefty instead. Be sure to follow the store or follow me over on Twitter so you can see when new designs are released, and check out the shop right now. We offer a variety of tabletop accessories like this cool dice tower, as well as 3D printing services for your tabletop minis and terrain, whether you got those from a website like Hero Forge or from a Kickstarter. Also name dice, they're cool, check them out. And remember, when you show up to your next game night as the classiest hero at the table, the quickest way for your friends to get to my shop is to go straight to madmakerprints.com. May your drinks always stay cold, and may the gods bless your rolls. You know what? There's probably a platform out there where we could pretty simply, there's got to be something open source for creating fighting games, right? We can make a Mercs of Mischief fighting game.
Look, we gotta come up with special moves. You can't just say it's a fighting game.
Well, all the special moves are built in. We just have to rip off all of WotC's IP.
I picture that Grubhub in the Forgotten Realms is delivered by a literal grub. And when you close the door, it hops up on two legs and dashes away.
Hooves Hub.
I don't
know what's better, the name or the silence that came immediately afterwards.
I was thinking
Just come up to your window?
eat. Can you imagine an army delivering one like taco to your door?
I think
Maybe.
that the Academy should corner the gig economy here.
I think it's
Let's do
Dimension
it.
DoorDash.
Dimension DoorDash?
Brandon, we can't hear you.
I think he said, "God damn it."
That seems like a very Braden.
Now
thing to
he's
say.
flailing about, even though we still can't hear
He's
him.
entering problem-solving mode.
He's cussing out something. Like, man, that was so easy.
I like when you like steal like a shitty truck from like some farm people. Fucking
Vince.
every cop in the county comes after you guys.
Yeah, it's a
But
good
you
Vincent,
like
Vincent,
break out of a hospital. It's just like, well, I went over the bridge. They're gone now.
Uzak, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is like the fucking easiest shit. You have been programming Monopoly games since 1992. Alright? This isn't difficult. How did you fucking whiff this so bad? No, like, this is fucking inexcusable. In fucking 2010.
Still frozen on my side. I'm playing with a bunch of fucking ghosts, and nobody can complete this auction. I'm looking at a fucking empty auction screen. And this is all fucking Ubisoft's fault. You fucking shit the bed so bad on a game that was mastered before the fucking Great Depression. Holy shit!
Ow, God, I can't breathe.
Scratched the code. It ain't over yet.
I gotta do math.
I've played my Silver Flame Ritual card,
well,
which places
I mean-
a +1/+1 counter on each creature I control.
And you're
And if I play it with the Adamant cost, if at least 3 white mana was used to cast the spell, all of the creatures gain Vigilance as well, giving my token knight +1/+1 in Vigilance, along with both of my Basari lieutenants and my youthful knight. I'm doing the Yu-Gi-Oh thing. I place into play my Silverwing Squadron, a flying human knight. It has Vigilance, so it does not need to tap to attack. When the Silverwing Squadron's power and toughness are equal to the number of creatures I control, Silverwing Squadron, whenever it attacks, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance, equal to the number of opponents I have. And that's you, Kaiba!
Party pillows don't have to be weird.
They don't.
I know. They can be very weird. That's why I said they don't have to be.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're using a skeleton as a pillow, Skylar, what are you doing?
It's a what?
It's a
why
pile
gotta
of bones. It's not a pillow.
It's a friend.
It is calcium at best.
Ambush! Push!
No, please.
Ambush! Push!
Hey,
What are you doing?
You stop.
Why don't I wear clothes?
hello. Who would like really hard mozzarella stick? I found them on the table.
That's wooden plank, you idiot.
This mozzarella stick is good for you.
Oh, I touch. Let me touch your face.
Caress me, sir.
I'm trying to, but your face is too far.
I spilled bodies everywhere. But I do know the solution. There's a business called Penn's Catering. Feeding hellspawn and getting bodies gone. Feeling swole.
Okay, I killed their healer. Good puppy. Good puppy. Oh, you need to ride this out to its final tragedy. Like
Guys,
most of us.
I've been talking to this dog for a while, and he's got some good ideas.
I have a technical
'cause-
question. How short is that T-shirt?
It's a crop top.
Peace guy.
You.
It's a crop top. It's not lewd. I'm sorry my midriff is there. Don't shame me.
Are you a fucking roller derby chick in 1960s California? Why do you have a crop top?
Or alternatively, are you a volleyball dude in 1980s California?
Look out, beware, roll the dice if you dare. Let's go and fight, protect, persuade, deceive. Let your party run free. You can't take back your choice in the ending. So go on and work together. Family of strangers. Help you get advantage. The charm of this is your time. It's your story to tell. Enter the world of mercenary. Mischief, mischief, mischief.
Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he never let us down. Barry the Beholder, he's the mayor of our town. Barry the Beholder, the defender of our town. Adventurers would challenge, but they'd soon be beaten down. Monsters came to, heard of Barry's reputation, and asked him how to run a town. They needed education. Well, Barry the Beholder ran a mayoral convention with breakout sessions to learn how to rule as mentioned. No more dungeon life, they had a purpose and a quest. They'd show the lawful good that they could rule the best. Now there's a frost giant who runs the town of Trent, a dragon green elected right next door, a pit fiend too, a mayor wise and shrewd, and a dark elf mayor lich necromancer. So it's education to change your towns and nations. Let the monsters run the show, give it a try. At Aberration U, they all learn what to do to run a town and not make people die. Barry the Beholder has 11 points of view. Barry the Beholder's got his eyes on you. Barry the Beholder, he'll never let us.
All right, well, didn't make it too far before a whole, potential collapse of reality. But I guess that's what happens around here at the Avalon Knights Academy. Before we figure out how our heroes deal with the, invasion of nightmares that's about to come, let's check in and see what sort of announcements we have and who we're playing with this week. Fuck.
Hello, and welcome back to the Mercenaries of Mischief. I am a very lucky dungeon master. So I get to play with all these cool people here. All these cool people who still love me and are still my friend after the things I did in the first half. And I would like to introduce them now in no particular order so they can tell you about the stuff they do on the internet. And we'll go in reverse order. We'll start with my good friend Kashana the Quick.
Oh, hey. How's it going? I'm Jonathan, also known as the Mad Maker, also known as the producer here, getting back into the rhythm of stuff. I kind of changed things around. I'm going to have to reassess it because I keep noticing, I'll put somebody's thing up and their scene will be done and I'll forget to change it back. But, I'll get back into it. Hey, as you've seen, I've been working on some stuff. If you saw the video over the break, I got my Etsy store open. So all of these dope mugs. The barrels aren't up there yet, but all the other designs are. And I'm going to have the dice towers coming soon, including the skull and some other stuff. So just make sure that, if you're, on Etsy, you're following that, or follow me over on Twitter, and I'll make sure to keep updates as new stuff goes into the store over there. A few other things. Some donations came in, actually, before the break. Again, I forgot to pull up the thing to authorize this. So from Colors Echo, we had an ultimate for Kashano. Skylar donated 3 ultimates, one for Kashano, one for Lilith, and one for Norbog. And Wild Wolf also juiced up Kashano with an ultimate. So I am about to tear some shit open and fast track our problem solving a little bit here. That'll be very nice. Also, a quick reminder about our top donation tier. It's not cheap, but you can trigger a post-credits scene from one of our players, and when those stack out to 5, something changes about the world. So we've already had things like the discovery of Bugbear Atlantis, the bringing in of the Crabkin, which has Marty's voice and lives in our river now. We had the basically the awakening of, I think, a couple planeswalkers, the reincarnation of Gilbetta's family there. How did Lilith's thing end?
Lilith body swapped with her evil self.
Oh, fuck, yes, that's right. We brought Lilith in, of course. And, of course, the creation of Copper City, our awesome roleplay server. So you can donate to force one of those into the narrative. You can also join Patreon at our top tier. And because we had a couple months off, there's a couple of those stacked up. You get all the Patreon benefits, plus you get to assign one of those cutscenes every month. So make sure you're staying tuned till after the credits. And that's what we got for now. Who's next?
Thank you so much, sir. Dear Norbog, tell us about the things that you do on these internets.
Oh, hello. I am Dear Norbog, also known as Arcady. On the internet, you can mostly find me hanging on my Twitter. I haven't been doing too much over the summer, just hanging out. So mostly you can find me over on Twitter, which is Arcady Cosplays, because I make cool things. Hey, I made Kashana's pauldrons. They're cool. I do stuff like that. And they will be on an upcoming video of Running with Scissors, because that's what I made for the video. And also you can catch me streaming on my own Twitch channel, which is Arcady Plays. I've been working my way through the Mass Effect series, and also last night started Cozy Grove, which is incredibly endearing, and I'm very happy for it. So yep, that's me.
Thank you so much. And next up we have Ben Wright.
Hi, it's me, Penn Wright. I do stuff on the internet too. You can find me over on YouTube at Noctum Sky. I have a lot more videos there than I thought I would, so I'm very proud of how far I've come over there. If you want to go check it out, make sure you're subscribed to me. I haven't been posting as frequently lately. I've been in a little bit of a slump, but it is okay because I still have things that come out with some regularity. So go check it out there. If you want to leave a word of encouragement in the comments section, please do. And make sure to check it out there. You can also find me on Twitch, where I occasionally am playing. Again, that one's a little less frequently, but I do that sometimes. So go check me out at Twitch. Same thing, Noctum Sky. And yeah, I'll be here the rest of the time.
Thank you so much. All right, Lilith, what do you got going on?
I play a lot of Final Fantasy.
But you're so passionate about it, so you're like do your Final Fantasy stuff.
Look, there's like this big old 20-year-long confusion, so I'm digging up their Ultimanias and all these source lores to make sure those confusions are put to an end. I got answers to questions that people have. Don't get me started, man. I could literally go on for like 6 hours right now and take up all this stream time. But anyways, yeah, I deep dive into Final Fantasy VII Hardcore on my channel if you guys want to look into it. As well as I'm getting back into Final Fantasy 14 online again. Holy smokes, I'm a bad tank. A friend saw me last night, and I kept going like, what am I doing this right? What am I doing? I hope no one dies.
You did your best.
I did my best. I'm learning how to be a tank. Gunbreaker. Final Fantasy VIII. And yeah, now that I know the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster is released, I'm going to also hop into that as well. So just now my channel's just like Final Fantasy, what it's going to be known for. If I do any other game, that just means I needed a break. And also, during our break, Sarah and I did a fun game called It Takes Two. It is a joy. We need therapy after that too. Well, maybe middle, and then end was like, okay.
Everyone in that game needs therapy.
The game was there. I mean, the game was there.
That includes the weird book.
I'm so
the
sorry.
book is the therapy. I
don't know, man. That book's got problems.
He's a doctor.
Yeah, for anybody who didn't catch it, Arcady and I played it as well. I hate that fucking book.
Yeah. So there's tons of videos of us playing It Takes Two among all of us.
Yeah.
Among us?
Mine and Melissa's is
loud.
Yep.
It's very loud.
lot of goo jokes.
Yep, a lot of goo jokes. A lot of sucking and blowing jokes. Put it in the hole. That sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
It got weird. I don't know what to do.
But weird is good. So yeah, just yeah, if you want to like find that, just go to my YouTube channel, DipperDog15. Yep. I also got a Discord somewhere in there that you can hang out to if you want announcements a little ahead of time, because I just don't have a schedule. And then you can also hit me up on Twitter, which I'm super aggressive about with Final Fantasy up there too. But I post other things.
I know. Thank you so much, Lil.
I'm done.
Quick thank you to whoever just bought the first mug, the very first mug off my store. Congratulations.
Oh, hooray!
First owner.
It was probably Ryle. It's it's usually no. Okay. All right. Well, last but not least, Gilbertus, tell us what you got going on.
So I do stuff. All right. So I recently, by recently I mean in like June, all of a sudden was like, I'm gonna do my YouTube channel again. So got a new logo, rebranded my YouTube channel. I've had 2 videos a week coming out since middle of June. The last campfire, that full playthrough is out, and then the shady part of me is all out. The finale just came out of that today, so you can go check those out. And starting next week, or starting Wednesday actually, so this week, there's a game called Creeks that is gonna start releasing all the way through to that. So check that out. There are puzzle games. I cut out a lot of me sitting solving puzzles forever. So that you can kind of just enjoy the story. So go check that out. Give me a sub on the YouTubes, because I'm trying to get to 100, so I can get that URL. And you should go follow me, because you are the best. I don't know.
Eligible for fun.
Hey. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
Thank you so much. And thank you to all of my players. And I guess I should talk about something. I've been toiling on Trashbin. So support Trashbin and stuff, but also, friends, are you a busy dungeon master? Have you been looking to do your in-person games? And have you had difficulty finding your perfect set of miniatures for your encounters? I too have quarreled in this way many years. But I found a solution in Bag of Goons. You can get all of the goons you need, but in a single bag, to create your large encounters for creatures that come only in hordes. Your goblins, your kobolds, your skeletons, your zombies. Now available on Kickstarter. To make this a reality, we are starting with Goblin Goons at first. 1 bag, $15, gives you 10 goons. And you can follow the links and get to the Kickstarter. We have it in the Discord. Do we have it in the chat? I don't know. I'll throw a link up right now.
Also, we
grab it
got
right now.
another donation for an advantage for Lilith. $5 donation.
Okay.
Lilith.
For who?
Lilith.
For Lilith. All right. Lilith actually had one from before.
Also, Sean, I just want to say you're being very much. You said you found a solution. You are creating the solution.
I'm creating the solution.
Yeah.
I'm creating the solution, which is easy, durable, low-cost bags of miniatures, no blind boxes, no fumbling around trying to track down enough individuals. Just get what you need and don't pay a lot. That's what I want Bag of Goons to be.
Yeah.
So if you like that, support me on my Kickstarter.
Chonky
right.
Goblin Boys.
Chunky Goblin Boys.
You gotta help us get to the stretch goals too, so I can get skeletons, y'all. It's one of the stretch goals, please. I just want a bag of skeletons. I'd be so happy.
Thank you all so much. All right. Now, when last we left our heroes, a bizarre nightmare creature emerged from the mind of the moon goddess, who has been placed to sleep by someone who claimed to be his shepherd. And now it appears that with the moon goddess asleep, her clerics are powerless, and their temples are under attack, along with the individuals who have been trusted with the moon web.
Quick to give me a question, just so I get things straight, because
Sure.
I'm easily confused. The fingers that Norbog snapped, that was the subject, right, from the lab that was gone for 8 years?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Absolutely.
The guy with the big face.
Yes.
So now that Jobetta is re-energized, sorry,
Back in
Ben.
the game.
Yeah. You back with us?
Yeah. Yep. Selena, like I said, Selena gave me a little bit of her essence, and she was like, "Do the thing, no pressure, whatever, it's fine. It all rests on me and depends on me, but that's fine." So, gonna need to go get the people that have the moon web. I want to get parties sent out to go for them right away. I sent them a message, but I haven't heard anything back yet. So I'm just gonna send someone to their last known location, and hopefully we can go from there.
I think we need to we also should just like get in contact with everyone we feel we can remotely trust with this information.
Yeah, all the temples the temples of Selune need to be notified, because as I'm sure most of you know, the best way to kill a god is to kill all of the followers of said god, and we are very weak, and if word of that gets out, it will not be good for Selunites across the Faerun.
So if there's going to be sort of a version of Cyric popping up, we have to consider the other person we know who's very opposed to the Zentarum, who's worked to maybe eradicate them in the past.
Oh boy. I hate that.
Y'all. But they're gonna be around.
Should we start making a priority list?
Yes, excellent idea. Should we go to maybe the war room a little bit more section?
Yes.
Yeah, running on slim time, so.
Is she gonna be okay here? I point to Selune. Do we just want to leave her here, or is there?
I don't see what could be much worse. It is worth having her here because I think if this is just an avatar, but if this avatar dies, I don't know if I'm going to be able to jump back into the dreams with that.
Should we at least put her somewhere safe, like in the mage tower?
Right.
Bring her with us?
Yes.
Oh my god, so I don't know. I mean,
'Cause
this
if
temple
people-
is inside our walls, so...
But if people are targeting temples of Selune, this would be the first place people would look if they wanted to come to the academy.
Betty, I think this is kind of your call.
May I just point out one other thing? That we don't know if anything else will be coming out of Selune, so not only do we need to protect her, but we need to protect the rest from her as well.
Sorry, I'm just Lilith. You're so just like logical today, and just like it's great. I'm happy to see it. Love it. Keep it up. And
Gold star.
Yep. And
that's a good point. When she says that, Kashana's like, hold on a fucking second. That's a good point. Like, she seems unusually engaged right now. I want to insight check Lilith.
she's calm. She's not freaking out. She's not wanting to drink. She's like it's very weird.
I'm sorry.
I may have taken some expertise, so I got a 22 to insight check Lilith, and I'm just. Can I figure out that there's the other Lilith's hanging around in there with a 22 insight? What can
I would say
figure out
not necessarily the way that she's been behaving. She hasn't necessarily been being like overly cruel or anything. She's just being like focused and competent.
Yeah.
It's very unusual for her, but it's not like also not necessarily characteristic of the other her.
Short moments, come on.
Right, but no, it's not that you don't have have smart moments, but Lilith is not usually this clear and communicative.
Pragmatic,
most
maybe.
Yeah,
of the
no,
time.
Usually
I
doesn't
got
give a
that
fuck
part.
this much about what's
Yes,
going on.
right. She's like, why don't we just go kill people or something? It's
Poor
so.
Melissa and Lilith, they're just like, hey, what the fuck, yo? It's just
But anyway, Jobetta's just like, just keep it up. That's good job, good on you there.
Just
Do I
punch the face and just like, the hell?
Do I have any inkling of what what I don't know. I mean, I guess it doesn't. I guess if Saluni's asleep, then it doesn't really matter where she is as long as she's kept comfortable.
Mhm.
So I guess as much as I don't want to take her out of the temple, Lilith's right that if stuff's going to continue to come out, but I don't even know if we have a way to contain the things that are coming out.
We have containment chambers.
I mean,
Yeah,
look,
did we kill that thing with the head that was putting everyone
Do we
to
know
sleep
it's going to
before?
work for creatures from dreams that are like that
No.
guy poofed away through the ceiling? Like we don't know what.
do we
But
know
it's the
if they
best thing we
to
have to try.
come out
Yeah.
It works
of
on
her,
ghosts.
or do they just come out of wherever? As far as taking her out of the temple goes, until she's back to having an influence over our plane, this is kind of just a building.
Yeah. Maybe to you.
Is
Yeah.
anybody paying attention to me at the moment?
What are you doing, Pen?
That is the most Pen thing you have ever asked.
Because I said I was going to go see my god, so I'm trying to just slip out at a lull in the conversation because, like, I need to go start that conversation before they're like, to the war room, and now we got to go.
We're going. I remember that's already happened. But
Oh, well, then I guess I'd split off at some point.
All right.
Because I'm through the ethereal going to make sure my god is alive and there and, like, fine.
Yeah, you'd have to go to the Mage Tower anyways.
Oh, there you go. I just, like, took a left in a doorway or something.
Sure.
Can we also get cats in the room too? Like whoever knows best about that plane.
She's a good generalist to start with. She knows a lot about a lot, so yeah.
Or she could network with someone that she does know that knows about.
Yeah. Start
Nightmare
things in
plane.
the right direction, I'm hoping.
all right. Well, I suppose let's get her moved to the. Yeah.
Double checking. We are having people sent out immediately to Saluni temples, right?
Yes. Jabetta would have
Okay.
given orders to someone.
Yeah.
I assume that there's like someone in the room, like a worm spit or a cookie
Yeah.
or somebody that
Black
Jabetta.
Wormspit's
Okay.
always around, ready for
Yeah.
whatever, especially
I
in
just-
times like this.
Want to make sure that we're not digging around and just talking while shit's happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Look, Wormspit gets to
Multitasking.
work, kind of like assembling teams and dispatching people out.
And Jabetta tells them like where the last known locations were of each of the people, descriptions, all of that kind of stuff. And like with grayscale, it's like she's here, something is near her, like she's trapped. So, like whatever information that I've got. And then
All right.
Jabetta also scrawls out a quick note. And tells Wormspit to have a copy of it delivered to every Salune temple high priest or priestess.
All right. He says it will be done, and he gets to work.
Do quick like kind of historical question here. From when we dealt with the dream thing in that town, did having everyone in the same room affect it in any way? Did it make them more or less vulnerable to having their dreams infected or something? I can't remember quite.
No, it was seemingly random as far as who.
Okay. All right. Yeah, if that's the case, then like on our way out of sort of the temple area, I also just and Wormspit, until further notice, everyone sleeps in the main keep. Everyone sleeps in shifts on the main keep and under guard. Nobody sleeps alone.
Very well. I shall see to it.
Thank you.
And you guys are free to go head to the war room to plan, and Penn slips off to go talk to his patron.
Yeah.
Penn, you're relieved to find that your patron is in the archives.
Okay. Oof. You're fine. You're good. You're fine. Do you know what's
Yes.
happening?
The form that you made for me was destroyed, and I was unable to inhabit it any further.
That's a shame. You're fine, though. Do you know what's going on?
I know bits of it.
Okay. Do you know anything? First of all, can you protect me from it? Can you reinstate my aspect of the moon? I got it from Salune as a symbolic gesture with one of my party members and blah, blah, blah. Can you, though, as my patron, reinstantiate that to keep me from falling asleep?
Tomekeeper, that is not my realm.
Oh, that's all right. Will your realm of protecting my mind keep me safe from this when I'm sleeping?
Awkward silence.
You are an elder god.
I am an elder god of collecting knowledge, not of dreams or sleep. You know this.
I do, but like you do mind stuff, and that's part of your mind. Okay, so the answer is no, and I have to be worried about this.
Traversing consciousness and learning are not the same fields, Tomekeeper.
Okay, fine. Is there any... Can you help keep Salune safe here and the people at the keep while we're gone? Can you do that?
I can do my best to help everyone with knowledge and defenses. The creator of nightmares. You met him.
He wasn't not nice, but he was something. Told him my name. He was really creepy.
I didn't think he was real.
It seems like anything Salune dreams of right now will become real.
That is not a dream of Salune.
Nightmare, sorry, nightmare.
Or a nightmare. That is the creator of nightmares. And now he is here, in your plane.
All right. It's fine. We can get rid of him, right? What about that spell scroll I gave you? Couldn't we just put him to sleep?
That spell scroll was taken from me.
Right, yeah.
I was on my way to the archives, and I was ambushed, and that body was destroyed.
I love you. It's not your fault, but also... I didn't
Perhaps you should have made me a stronger body, Tomekeeper. If we are slinging blame around. It was you who insisted that I be at this event.
I was also the one that insisted Salune be at this event, so really, I don't want to be digging into that hole too much. But the point being...
Yes, perhaps you should hold your tongue then.
Is there anything I need to know before I go? Is there anything you need to tell us? Is there anything you can offer us in this? Because we're going to go get the moon web together, which I hate because we just got rid of that thing. And yet now we've got to go collect it again. So...
If the creator of nightmares is in fact real and not a legend as most of us were led to believe, then it stands to reason that perhaps his brother is real as well.
Who is his brother?
The creator of dreams.
That's great. That sounds great. Dreams are good most of the time. So, how do we get to that person? Because this person crawled through a little hole out of, like, Salune's mind, it seemed like. Or something.
Yes, he seems discontented with his position in the grander scheme of things. I don't imagine his brother is as discontented, because dreams can become realities.
Okay. But how do we find that dude? If this guy wasn't supposed to be real, he came from the plane of nightmares. Is there a plane of dreams?
Of course.
How do we get there?
You have to traverse the deep ethereal.
That's a bad place. That's like
It is a difficult place.
Deep ethereal. We got to get there. I'm sure we can figure that out. It's fine. All right. Cool. Anything else? We good? You love me. I'll be fine. You'll miss me if I'm gone. You'll tell my story.
Yes, so long as you hold your tongue and be wary of your accusations, Tomekeeper.
I love you, but the moment I let go of that spell, which I was like, I shouldn't let go of this, the moment I did. The moment. It's not your fault. I love you.
I am
sorry.
upset with this outcome as well.
Okay, then we're both upset, and I'm tired, so I'm gonna go. I love you. I'll pick you up a book, like I always do. I'm like walking out the door.
I'll bring you back a treat.
Maybe they have dream books. That'd be cool. All right. Bye. Take care of Slune. Don't die, please. I'll miss you. Bye. And shut the door. And then sprint to the war room.
All right. The team is gathered, and Salune is stowed away in a safe compartment. Tommy volunteers to watch over her, being one of the more powerful people who live here.
Yeah. Okay, so
You say compartment. We're talking about magical compartment, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, broken out the chalkboard, and it's like
The red string is out, and the
yes.
So are we doing this before Penn gets back? I presume we're at that point now.
Oh yeah, I bet you guys got started, and then he arrives.
Yeah. If you got something to say when Penn's not around, I think this time.
Because when Penn gets back, Jobetta wants to be like, and
Can you have like
It's-
a list of like names of the scientists that started all this?
yeah, right.
Like bust through the door and she's like, deep ethereal. We gotta get
That's
the
where-
deep ethereal.
That's where Avare got the.
Oh, really?
Creepy face.
I thought that was the nightmare realm. Is the nightmare realm in the deep ethereal? Man, I should ask more questions.
the,
Wait, yeah. Where's the deep ethereal?
so through this research that we have says that through accessing the plane of nightmares, may be able to utilize the deep ether and the deep ethereal.
That's a lot.
So Kashana
So-
writes deep ethereal, like it towards the bottom of the list, and he's like, "Where are we putting this on
Yeah,
the
I don't-
priority hierarchy here?" You can see, like at the top, we had like alert the temples of Salune, and we just wrote that on there to put a check mark next to it because it's always
Oh.
nice to feel like you have some progress.
So you got to put one on there that you've already
Right,
done. Right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing. When I talked to my patron, he's fine, by the way. I know you were all worried. He said that the Nightmare Maker creator isn't even theoretically supposed to be real, or he didn't think he was, but apparently he is, which means there's a chance that his brother, which is the creator of dreams, might be real. He would be located in the deep ethereal, and I can't think of anything that combats nightmares better than dreams. So,
We just have to be.
reality.
So the notes say that Avare was thought to be lost in the deep ethereal, and that when he returned with
it's
As a
not a
shepherd
fun
with a quick
place.
smile.
Wait, hold on. If the realm of nightmares and the realm of dreams, two different places, it sounds like it's the sort of like on the other side of the deep ethereal, like in the way that, and he like goes over and pulls down like a rollout map of the
Planes.
great cosmology, the planes and stuff. He's like in the way that it's like, you gotta go through like the elemental, or you gotta go through like the Fae to get to the elemental planes sort of thing. I think like the deep ethereal is where you have to go through.
I know who would know.
Oh,
We have this information, don't we? The planes are common knowledge. Like, there's a chart and everything.
Well, but the deep ethereal is more
Largely
unstudied.
unexplored, and
Yeah.
people-
It's deep and ethereal.
Yeah, like the realm of nightmares, the gods were unsure. It's sounding like the gods were unsure if it was a real place.
Yeah. And if the gods are unsure, then... But That's what it says. I know someone who may know something.
About the plane of dreams?
Well, about all the ethereal stuff in general.
Why are you being
Okay.
weird? What's going on?
It's my parents.
Oh, that's easy then. You can just ask them.
An
They're-
awakened mind just to her.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
And out loud, I turn to Pen and I go, oh.
But it says they're dead, but they don't have to be. That's what I've recently learned. And Giovanna like blocks Pin out entirely, not even looking in his direction.
Talking about necromancy?
Yeah. It has recently come to light that they, for years, I thought, and Kashana will know this, she says, for years I thought that they betrayed their party and were killed for it, justifiably.
Yeah.
I've recently learned that the opposite is true. They were betrayed and framed. And some of the people that she used to travel with have reached out and said they have a way to bring her back, but they need my help.
Well, I don't see any other option, considering the problem we're facing.
Okay.
A little insensitive, but yeah.
I slowly write just Gilberta's parents at the bottom of the list. Why would they know about old Netherese gods and such? Oh yeah, Pen. What do your patrons say about the Netherese god of decay? And you see that look on his face and say, okay, never mind. So why would your parents know about this?
They're planeswalkers. You might have heard of them. They were the water walkers of the fallen stars.
Not a whole lot of information on that in our library.
Yeah.
Well, you say planeswalkers, like the big metal guy was, right?
Which big metal guy?
His name was Kant or something.
Like that?
I guess I don't. Mom was a ranger and a planeswalker. She could just kind of boop boop. And they were basically a pirate group. So they did a lot of shady stuff, and so I don't know. They'd probably have more insight into the layout of those, and they may have heard something on the seas about the deep ethereal. And Mom was always into dream sleep stuff, so I don't know.
Got it. And he like rubs out Gilberta's parents and moves like much higher up on the list. Right, Gilberta's parents. Is this you're okay with this?
It may be necessary, whether I'm okay with it or not, if we want to.
Hey, but where are we going to find a cleric that can true resurrect your parents? Unless you have their bones.
The people that contacted me said they have their remains.
That does make it easier.
You can contact them.
I mean, I could talk to them if you have their bones.
I can contact the Wakir and Paloma for their names. I can contact them and tell them to come.
Okay, looks like we got one thing accomplished.
Still have to do it. And also, what's the plan? Are we going to the deep ethereal? Are we going to get the other clerics? Are we going to split up and do both of these things?
Well,
What?
I've sent someone for the clerics.
Okay.
I had Wormspit send out parties, and I told him of the last known locations that I was aware of where they were. Hopefully, they're still in the same area, and someone has seen something and knows where they are. So Wormspit has sent parties out. I also wrote a letter and had him have it delivered to all the temples of Selune, warning them that people may be coming after them if as soon as word gets out, and word will get out if it hasn't already.
Let's keep tabs on that, because waking up Saloon, I think, seems like the best way to sort of do damage control until we can find a more permanent solution, but to stop these things coming through. I don't know how you feel about publicizing the identities of these individuals. Probably not the greatest idea, but given the circumstances, rounding them up might be important. We could offer a reward for their discovery. It could dissuade anyone who would perhaps try to cause them harm.
I think let's first see what Wormspit's scouts have to say and what they find. And go from there.
All right. So, in the meantime, what do we want to prioritize? Resurrecting a couple of planeswalkers, or having conversations with gods? Wow, life got real fucked up real quick again, didn't it?
Yep. I just wanted to marry my wife.
Right?
And you did. You got it done. Good job.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Thanks. Great honeymoon I'm having.
Yeah, well, yeah. She's good though, right? She's fine.
You just saw.
Yeah, I was just been checking in. You know, I was gone for 30 seconds. I know a lot can change in 30 seconds. Okay. So what are we doing first?
All right, so
Step
resurrecting-
aside, Metal Man. I wish to see my cousin.
Oh my god, no.
It's my cousin, dude. And I'll push out into the hall and be like, "It's you, Crayola.
Benefin!
Hey,
cousin!
Oh, buddy, listen.
Big hug.
Oh, in Awakened Mind, I'm like, temper your mood. Everyone's very in mourning here. It is bad.
Oh, I understand. There is an ominous moon in the sky.
Yeah, Salone's asleep, which shouldn't be possible. Yeah, have you told Lathander yet? You should tell him, because I don't talk to him like that.
I am certain that I'm certain that the Morning Lord knows of this, cousin. Why else would I be here?
Yeah, why are you here?
Can I whisper to the side to whoever's sitting next to me and be like, who gave this guy permission to come in here?
I lean in because we've both been quiet. It's okay. We need all the help we can get right now. He's loud, but he's fine.
I came to see you, cousin. I have news. My friend, Lumessa, has taken over the Grand Cleric position that my uncle once held.
Okay, that's great. A cleric, cool.
Also, I heard that your friend, the Cleric of Selune, was getting married. I wish to congratulate her.
She's in a real rough place, but yeah, she's right there if you want to be like, but I don't know if that's... Gilbetta, do you want to be like just behind me?
Gilbetta!
Like, oh, yeah.
Congratulations on your marriage!
Oh, he's in the war room now. I'm so sorry. Well,
Thanks.
So, buddy, you gonna pray?
She seems nonplussed by the entire situation.
God is asleep. Her God was put to sleep by a nightmare speaker.
Fear not, we shall make sure that she awakens.
Great. Okay. Yeah.
Can you do it more quietly?
I shall do my best.
Wow, even his whisper is loud. Okay, so yeah, you let Lathander know the Saloonites need a lot of help right now.
Of course, I shall gather my soldiers. The paladins of the Quill Point Islands shall march in service to the moon goddess.
Beautiful. Okay, I did my part, and I sit back down.
Yeah. So you are you gonna go do that now, or?
Of course, I shall be off. But, forgive me, I do not wish to upset you. But, in the diminished state of power for Saloonites, would you require the assistance of any clerics of Lathander?
Never hurts to have more clerics.
Yes. Yeah. All of the clerics of Salune will be weak, aside from me.
Of course.
Yes.
Oh, well, I shall do my best to assist everyone. I'll deploy all of the troops that I can and tell you what we find immediately.
Can I do an insight check on him? Because I have a weird... I don't know, I personally have an insight. Did not roll? I'm sorry. Insight? That's a 3, never mind.
Okay, cool. All right, your cousin departs, excited to go rally some paladins to go defend Saloonites.
Cool. All right, well, that's taken care of.
Cool. Can we lock that door this time? Do you think?
I mean, it was. It's just we could hear him outside because he's so loud.
Yeah. Anyway. So, dead parents, sleeping god, maybe not dead parents.
Deep ethereal.
Typical week at the Avalon Knights Academy.
God, what a Sunday. Seems like all the big stuff happens on Sunday.
Weird.
A coincidence.
It keeps a nice, tidy schedule for us.
Please, we know when it's going to happen.
We got the whole week, and then we just got to make sure Sundays are clear. That's when stuff happens.
Yeah, right.
So, what do we want to do here?
Getting the parents to get information about.
Apparently, she can call them to us. Do we just prepare until they get here?
I mean, I think research is probably a good first step.
And is there even anywhere outside the keep we would go right now, too? The Nightmare Forger just
Splice.
took off.
Splice?
Splice. They're the ones who started this whole mess.
I mean, that's where Avari came from. But is there anything left? Splice?
Don't we have Avare?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, Bug snapped his fingers.
Did what?
You don't know that.
You guys don't know about that.
I
It
mean,
was
that's
there.
not in Lilith's voice. I was
Okay.
I got stuck in that. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, we do have a. Where is Avari? Did we put him in?
I put him in the mage tower for containment.
Okay, we should. Maybe that's our next step. Maybe we go talk to him.
He wasn't very coherent. He doesn't seem to remember a lot. He knew that somebody named him the Shepherd, and we now know the somebody was probably the Nightmare Forger, and he thinks he used to be a wizard.
So he has some bit of something in there.
There's something in there.
Maybe he could lead us to the deep ethereal.
Maybe we
He
can
came
pull
from
something
there.
out of there.
Hear me out. If we put him to sleep, went into his dreams, do you think that he dreams of the things he's seen and the places he's been?
Probably. he seems to fully embody it.
Look, I've been I've been looking into some other things. You know, learning more about the flow of timelines and memories, and we may be able to just get him to remember. Without having to risk going to sleep.
Or that. And you're muted.
I was just saying, sure, anything that gets us there or gives us information.
I mean, if nobody plans to stop me, I'm gonna try something stupid.
Even if we tried to stop you, would it even work?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
at this juncture.
As long as
I
it's
would
not like a
allow
war
a
crime
veto
or cruel.
Yeah. Well, depending on exactly what he's been through, it might be very cruel.
What are you trying to do then? Just be blunt.
Just get him to remember things.
How?
Give a spell?
Poking around in his mind. It's kind of a spell. It's kind of... Look, things have been a little weird since I've been back. Some things are just... try hard enough. And they seem to be working. Where is he?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, you want to just show us?
Let's go. Yeah, let's just go.
So, if you guys head to the Mage Tower, you find Avare, as you now know him, in the room. He is kneeling on the ground, still weeping over his bizarre, distended smile, kind of cupping his mangled hands in front of him.
What the?
What
Can we see that his fingers are broken?
Yeah, he's got a mangled. One of his hands is mangled, and he's holding it in front of him, and he's just weeping
What the fuck
over
happened
them,
to his hands?
muttering to himself.
I broke his fingers. I tackled him, I brought him in and broke his fingers.
Nice
What?
one, Norbog.
You're whoa. What's okay?
Why?
So he would talk?
I'm sorry. Norbog's breaking fingers. Lilith is communicating clearly.
Wait,
what's happening?
Why is this any more different than you allowing Kashano to poke around in his painful memories?
It's more just that I didn't. I'm just shocked.
You were panicked. Your god was dying. We needed information and he wouldn't talk.
Did you get any information by breaking his fingers?
Yeah, that he was named the Shepherd and he doesn't remember much about who he is and he's probably a wizard. And then we put the pieces together that he's from Splice.
And I'll just kind of shake my head and step forward and cast, is it Healing Word or Healing? I don't know. One of the healing spells.
One
on
of the
his hand. If I have to stick
Healing
my
whatever.
If I have to stick my hand through the barrier, 'cause
Be healed.
I think I only have the one that's a touch spell, so I guess I'll go up and touch him and through the barrier and be like, here, and just fix his fingers and kind of just like a wary look at Norbog as I do it. And yeah.
Really consider who you give mercy to sometimes, Pen.
Did he?
You fought by my side in a dozen battles, and this is where you draw the line?
Not. Yeah.
Was he born?
Yes.
We can address.
Okay.
Do you know your name?
I am the shepherd.
Does a very ring any bells? A very Kopiko?
While she starts talking to
Kopiko?
him, I'm gonna
Yeah,
reach
go
down
for
and
it.
put a hand on his head, and I'm gonna burn an ultimate to basically try to make him remember who he was before he went into the deep ethereal.
All right.
If I can do that with an ultimate, I don't know, but I got a bunch of them, and I
Sir,
make shit happen.
Sir, you could do all kinds of stuff.
We got an accurate date.
So
Myrtle 1500 DR, whatever that sounds.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know what any of that means, but we got it.
Myrtle is the month, 17th is the day, and 1508 is about a couple years before. Actually, it's 4 years before the Warlocks team destroyed Splice.
Wait, are you trying to go after he was crazy or before he went cuckoo?
I'm basically, I'm trying to go like before he went. I'm basically trying to send his consciousness on a little time trip, so he can.
So 1500 then.
Yeah.
All right. So you basically rewind him. You rewind his consciousness to a time before. My mouth. It hurts so much.
What's your name?
What's wrong with me?
You did a lot of fucked up shit, bud. We're gonna try to help you. What's your name?
I'm Avari Kopako.
What is your job? What do you
Apprentice, third class, Splice Labs.
And what's your mission? What's your goals? What are you working on?
Whatever they tell me to work on. Where am I? Who are you?
The future.
Yeah, I'm Kashana the Quick. This is the Avalon Knights Academy. Look, don't know how much time we have to talk.
I thought they
here,
were
man.
defunct.
Yeah, well, we brought it back. Look, it's been a while. You've been missing for a while, and we're trying to figure out about where you went.
What has happened to me?
Again, what is your next or current mission with Splice Laboratory? What project are you working on? What are they developing?
They call the experiment Loose Chains. They want somebody to go into the deep ethereal. Magic is different in the deep ethereal. It's thick. The whole place is thick with it. Illusions become real. Your spell's powers are magnified several times over. But it's dangerous as well. Legend has it a wizard unleashed an invisible stalker in the deep ethereal one day, and it's still out there.
Who's going with you?
How do you get there?
Yeah.
We opened a portal deep in the regular ethereal, on the edge of it. I'm supposed to go in and explore it and report back. It hurts so much.
Can I fix this? Is this something I can heal?
He has been, mangled by his presence in that plane. This is just who he is now.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the coordinates of this portal or this rip
Or take
to the
us
ethereal?
there.
Who knows if you can even last that long?
It's in one of the experimentation rooms in Splice. A group of mages worked together to craft it. It took years to get the coordinates right. They got it from the night parade.
Can you take us to that lab specifically? Do you know where it is?
It's just 4 rooms down from my room.
Where's your room, buddy? Where in Faerun?
Second floor.
Of?
Is this the Spice Lab in Starmount?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we have that location.
What do they want to? Why do they? What do they want to know about the deep ethereal? Why? What's all this for?
If you can make illusions real in the deep ethereal, think of the experiments we could conduct. We wouldn't need materials at all. We could simply magic whatever we needed into being.
But how are you planning to utilize the ether from the deep ethereal?
with increased power from the spells and illusions made real, we could conduct experiments that before were just fantasy. We could do anything. There would be no limits.
But that's bad.
How else will we know unless we can do the experiments?
I don't understand how you were trying to utilize, like, how are you get from whatever's there to here?
Theoretically, you could bring it through the portal
Or
once
you
you
could
make
just
it.
perform the experiment. Yeah.
Mm.
If they're just doing research, if they're just trying to.
If you're in the deep ethereal, you can use what is fake to make something real, and then take it out of the deep ethereal. The plan was to find a space and construct a new lab.
In the deep ethereal.
Yes.
And then bring it out.
Yes.
Why were you trying to get access through the demi-plane of nightmares? Isn't that a risk?
We were told not to go there. The members of the night parade that gave us the coordinates to the deep ethereal, they were horrific.
Yeah. What can you tell us about the night parade? What is that? How do you contact them?
They occasionally make their way through the prime material. We intercepted them during one of their marches.
I'm gonna go whisper something to what is his name? The Warforged that we have here. MT1. I'm gonna go whisper something to him and ask him to go get somebody and something for me. But I'm staying here.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you wish for him to go get?
I'm asking him to get Whistle Whip to get us a numbing agent, something that would it'd probably be something you'd use for like surgery or just something to numb pain.
All right.
Does the rip have to stay open, or were you able to open and close it as you pleased?
I don't know. The experiment doesn't happen for another day or two.
It already happened. We're from the future. That's the easiest way to get you to comprehend this. We're in a different timeline. You guys did some messed up stuff. That's why your mouth's like this. You fucked up. You can help us fix it, but you fucked up.
Would you believe you were lost in the plane of nightmares for almost 8 years?
Is this why it hurts so much?
Yep.
Yeah.
Your contact with other planes caused.
Then I failed.
All right, but you can fix it.
I'll never get tenure.
Splice Labs isn't really a thing anymore, or at least not
it's
officially.
It's kind of.
But hey, good news. This is an academy, so, if we can get all this sorted out and maybe, get you to a place where existing isn't pure pain, who knows? In the long run, maybe there's a professorship in it for you.
Our contact in the night parade was named Roderick.
Hey, there we go.
The Harpers tracked them. We had to distract the patrol in order to get to them.
All right, that took a minute, but glad to have you on our side finally. Writes Harper's on the list.
Has our deep gnome friend brought anything up?
Whistle Whip does return. He's like, I got something just for you. I used to use these back in less pleasant times. Here you go, Smiley, open wide. And he pours a kind of frothy liquid down his throat. Oh, wow.
There you go.
The pain is gone.
Do you think
Mhm.
that that's? Do you think part of what happened is that the pain kind of drove him mad?
Oh, he was there so long.
How
Yeah.
long was I there?
According to what Lilith said, 8 years.
Yeah, right around 8 years.
8 years!
They
Yeah.
lost contact with you, and they couldn't. They tried to contact you magically. You were supposed to meet. You were supposed to be a meeting place, and you never showed. And
8 years!
Yeah.
How did I survive?
Good
Well,
question.
we believe you made contact with some being that creates nightmares, and he used you as a pawn, and now he's ushering nightmares from the deep ethereal into the ethereal plane. No, the prime material. My apologies.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to help us get to the deep ethereal. We're going to find his counterpart and try to fix this, while also doing a couple of other things that you don't need to know about. But trust me, it's all to fix this.
Okay.
Yeah, I've kind of pulled over to the side with Jobetta. If we have an alternate option on how to do this plane hopping, if you'd prefer to let your parents sleep, it's your call. But you know I'd love to go rouse them to action. Really love to have some conversations. But again, totally up to you.
I'll still send word for them to come see me, and we'll discuss it once they arrive. I'm undecided yet on what to do about that.
Oh, what happened to my hair?
Yeah, buddy. It's rough. Evil will do that to you. Evil makes you ugly.
Consider it less maintenance.
I'm a monster now.
You can
Oh,
fix
lots of
it.
people go bald. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, you're talking about the... Yeah, never mind.
I'm concerned, you guys.
With
Do you think there's a possibility that the rip that they opened is still open?
Still open.
I think we
Yeah.
should go either way.
I don't.
mean,
yeah, I think that we need to go
Mhm.
check.
Yeah,
I think
Double
that's
check.
a surefire way to get there regardless.
either way, there's, well, if we can open it again. But, yeah, either way, they've got a way in now. And... a lot of balls in the air. Not going on.
I was more concerned on how to close it.
Yeah.
Do any of you all know?
How to open and close it? Do you know how? This works? Or
All I know is that I was picked to explore it. They told me I would show up at the edge of the ethereal, the reflection of this world,
It's just
where the dead gods hang. And then I was to walk over the edge, into the emptiness of the deep ethereal, until I found a suitable place for the lab.
Did they pick you for any particular reason over other people?
As the last two died.
not dead?
Yeah, you're alive.
As well be.
Oh,
Look, to be honest, you came back a little crazy. You came back a little crazy.
You've done some not great things.
Yeah.
What did I
I don't know,
do?
you keep talking about being a shepherd. We think to the nightmare guy.
That's a downgrade.
you basically put the world in danger. Congratulations.
Yeah, let's just rip the bandage off. You
Yeah.
put a god to sleep.
Yeah, that was. Yep.
How?
Nethery's
before that-
magic.
You were kind of spreading nightmares around the entire
around
Countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a while
That's
now.
horrible.
In life.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And you
like,
do
That
it,
has no scientific advancement.
and you seem
Yeah.
real happy about it, though.
Yeah.
Like, kind of gleeful.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, maybe we're not
Yeah.
being fair. We keep saying you, and like, I feel like it's not necessarily, what you were turned into.
Yeah. So,
No, it's
Well,
his
I'm
fault and the rest were
sorry.
part of the experiment.
I
They are
guess.
messing with something they weren't well knowledgeable of. And here we have as a result.
well, Splice always had a tendency to do that.
But I mean, how else do you find?
Push
how
the
do you gain
limits of
knowledge?
scientific
Exactly.
exploration past its boundaries. That's the Splice way.
How do you
That's what they
gain
told me.
Was the
information
risk
about
worth
something
it?
if you don't experiment with,
Yes, but Slice this is just an awakened mind to the other of the party. I'm like, yes, but Slice has a tendency to do a lot of things like kidnap people, not care about people's consent to being experimented on. I mean, you remember
Oh, yeah,
William
no.
and Melissa.
Like, yeah,
I don't.
not defending Splice, but
I know. I'm just saying maybe. I don't think he's evil, but he's definitely on that track that he very well could have been, and just masking it as scientific discovery.
Well, so look, I think you can help us. She says out loud, turning back to Avari. I think you might be able to help us. If you will. Any questions come up about what you guys were doing and where it anything we need to know if we go to the location.
I can tell you what I know from the briefing. And I can tell you what they told me.
Yeah. And Gilbetta goes. She goes somewhere and gets a pad and a piece of paper. Write it all down.
Of course. Why does my hand hurt?
That was me. I broke your fingers. Sorry. You fixed them.
Well, I did put a god to sleep, so I guess I deserved it.
Fine, they're fine.
He starts
now.
writing it down.
They're fine now.
They heal.
yeah.
Anyway, so just write it all down and we'll sort through it and any questions we have.
And he writes it all down for you guys.
Anybody else have anything that they want to ask him directly right now? Or you just want to wait for the report?
I'll talk to him later. I have questions about other stuff Splice was up to, but it is unimportant right now.
Are we interested in searching more about the night parade or running into them?
Run into them personally.
We're still kind of in the information gathering thing now. So just to recap, let's see, we're waiting on scouting reports for the other clerics with the rings. We're waiting on word back from once you send word regarding them. And our really actionable moments are we can go investigate Splice personally, see what there's to see about stepping through. Should probably alert some more people. We should inform Waterdeep, Lady Silverhand at least. Or Captain Caraway. Just that all hell's about to break loose everywhere.
I think everyone is
I'll
probably
just
going
let
to figure it out pretty soon.
Find out soon enough.
All of our allies that we've made so far during our journey. Because who knows if the knights and any other cleric that worships the name may need to seek shelter, and they may not have time to reach our destination.
I think it's too late to warn them, but it's not too late to offer help and a plan for what to do next.
One thing I know for sure. We gotta contact some gods before we go stepping off to possibly never return. See if we can get...
How sad is it that that's the easiest part of what lays ahead of us?
Right? Are you, like... Ugh.
It's just gods. You
What?
just talk to.
Yeah.
Lathander already knows.
Mister's
Wait.
probably already up on this.
I'm sure most of them that are close to Salune know, but it's a matter of
Letting them know what we're doing. Seeing how they can help us.
Wait, Pen, isn't your patron in the ethereal plane?
Yes, we can get into the ethereal whenever we want. It's
Ethereal
making our way to the deep ethereal, which just means going to the edge of it. But I don't know where the edge is. I don't know if he could lead us there.
And the only clue we have so far is in Splice Labs. Okay,
Yeah. A direct portal would be
never mind.
faster and maybe more dangerous, maybe less. I don't know how to say. But for sure, definitely. Yeah. Look, there's a whole lot of people we want to talk to before we get to the deep ethereal, but I guess that's our action plan going forward, yeah?
All right.
Send word out and then get ready for Splice Lab trip then?
Yeah. Maybe we'll bamf up to like Neverwinter. Stop at some temples while we're there, you know.
I personally want to stay near Salune, at least until we hear words back from the scouts.
Okay, well, yes, then perhaps before we go rushing into the deep ethereal, maybe we need to kind of split up here and have some conversations with some key players.
Can't hurt.
Just for the afternoon. I imagine by this time it's like the sun's starting to come up.
We don't know what other craziness could be happening at the Spice Labs that we need to shut down. Maybe the nightmares, maybe something there could help. I don't know. Like,
Maybe?
I mean, the lab has been basically not destroyed, but it's been, hadn't it been?
We blew it up.
Yeah, that.
At this point, we have so little information that any course of action could be incredibly helpful or incredibly harmful. So,
Yep.
I'm up for whatever.
a vote then.
Yep.
I say we go. And
a
if
vote
any new information does
between-
come in, they can message us along the way.
Go.
A
So
vote.
you're moving to go immediately to Slice Labs?
Place.
Yes.
I'll second that.
All right. Well, I'll throw in contacting gods and fake royalty and shit first.
Second, Kashanos.
This is cosmically out of my pay grade. I'm a blunt instrument, and Gilbetta, whatever way you want to use me, I agree with you right now.
How about this? We spend tomorrow contacting gods. And the second that we've made contact with at least a few gods or hear something back from the scouts, we head this place.
Yes. Yeah, until we have more news. But yes, I agree. As soon as we have something to move on. Take no more than the day, though. Because till this point...
Yes.
Yeah. Anything could be happening there.
Very well.
So
Then our
24
Mercs
hours.
team, with a plan in hand, waits to hear from their various allies and connections throughout the world, throughout the Sword Coast and Faerun. as they plan their attack on this new age of nightmares and how to free the moon goddess from her slumber. Meanwhile, in the world of gods, Mistra struggles with the duties of her mother, trying to ensure that the moon rises and sets in the appropriate time and that the moonlight shines, while still maintaining her duties as the master of the weave. It is difficult for her, and she is saddened by the attacks on her mother's temples going on throughout the world. And somewhere way out in Faerun, bizarre, gray, spindly man gets to work crafting and building. Don't worry, kids. It's gonna be okay. And that's where we end today. Thank you all so much for joining us.
So begins the war on terror.
Thank you all so much for watching. So good to be back. Back in the thick of it. Can't wait to see what happens next. Thank you so much, my players, who still love me and are my friends, right? And thank you to our incredible viewers, our patrons, and you great people that donate and give people cool stuff so they could do cool things like rewind the brain of Avare Kopako and learn who he was as a person before he lost his mind in the deep ethereal.
Pulling stuff out of my ass, guys. It's great. I love it. Thank you. I got 2 more of those babies. I'm going to do some weird shit next week.
Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow, share it all around. Help us grow because we appreciate everything that you do. There's no show without you guys, just like there's no show without all these cool people who sit at my virtual table and play with me, and I love them all so much, and I thank them all for joining us. That's it for today. Check out our other stuff throughout the week, and we will see you guys next Sunday. Until next time, class dismissed. Stay tuned for the cutscene.
It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. It's D&D. We all agreed to play some D&D. That means role playing, fighting and slaying, solving puzzles. Maybe it's just me. But you guys won't.
No, we won't.
You guys just don't.
No, we don't.
Follow a single plotline through and through. I'm not complaining, but instead of gaming, you find the weirdest other things to do.
So, some of you who joined us for the discussion after the finale of season 2 may remember a mention of there was a brief little cutscene that was brought out there where a box of parts arrived at the door of Darius McLaren. Ostensibly, some of the technology from the evil Darius from the alternate timeline who had been hopefully dealt with. So we joined moments after that. Darius McLaren inspecting a box of parts there with the newly instantiated MT 2.5 as a steel horse. How much do you know about how his technology fit together? I had the basics of what they all did, but we didn't have time to get into like the how it works. And he tries to lift the head. He notices the fucking head of the axe is almost too heavy for him to lift. Were you there when he was assembling these sort of projects? That's to you, Puck.
All right. Well, horse
Think about it,
noises.
think about It's still MT 2.5.
Yeah,
It's
but it
just
keeps
about-
doing that.
Interesting. Interesting.
We'll play a little bit.
Okay, fair enough. We're gonna have to work on that. Some modifications. Don't know why you would have forgotten Chadwick. Oh, wait, right. That explains it. Because the body was made from the former Chadwick's body. There we go.
Right.
But he starts to go through these parts, and he finds there's the head of a thunder axe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sort of the handle of the axe, the main wood piece, that seems to be what makes it return. But the craziest part was that it didn't require great strength to do it. And he notices there's something about the handle. And as he takes it back into the lab and he calls in Gearstrip to look it over, the two of them begin to fiddle with it. And as Gearstrip helps him restore some sort of arcane energy into the handle, it's no longer attached to the axe head, but Darius grabs it and he feels it respond to his touch. There's a sort of pulsing through, as if it recognizes him, and he recognizes it. And he thinks this may be a similar sensation to attunement. And that's where we're going to have to leave it for now before we go too much further into this.
All right.
Yeah, guys.
Oh, Darius is getting hooked up.
If you thought we had some OP shit before. Ooh, baby, I'm working on something. If you want to see what it is, gonna need 4 more of those scenes. We got more coming next couple weeks, too. So be sure to check out our Patreon. Check out those donations. And
oh,
next time
boy.
we got in Puck. All right, I'll do it. Class, after school session
That's
dismissed.
dismissed.
There was adventure, but you guys wouldn't venture. Instead, you said the mountains looked real nice. Middle of winter, you went to the hinter, lands of permafrost and frozen ice. You hid from every danger, you wizard, rogue, and ranger, and found the perfect valley for your quest. In the lands of no man.